We've all been involved in things that we're good at but not passionate about. And that can make 5 minutes seem like an hour. But if we're passionate about it, and I don't mean that the students have to be passionate about orchestra or history or reading skills, but if we can get them passionate about learning orchestra music or history or reading skills, then we've done our job. They know how to learn. They're passionate about learning, and the subject can be whatever you want.
There were some individuals within the state and even within the Philharmonic who, prior to the hiring of Mr. Marcus, indicated that we've got this outstanding young man from the Enid area who is going to be applying, and you'd be foolish not to take advantage of that opportunity to engage his services. That was an understatement.
I used to be very focused on my material, and I'm very passionate about it, and of course me and many of my colleagues were very passionate about the material. What I've realized, I'm getting ready to start my 13th year of teaching, is that at the end of the day, the quadratic formula doesn't matter. The fact that Bach died in 1750 doesn't matter. In my classroom, we get to all of that. We get to the facts.
Yeah, mirror image. I'd like to visit your homes and see your mirrors.
But I think the method that I use is that they don't work hard because I'm drilling it in them and you must work hard, you must work hard. What I think they want to work hard for their own sense of pride, their own sense of success.
If someone comes in to watch his classroom one day, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be great. But to see him every single day, it's always that good, it's always great.
You can tell that he's trying to get us learn a piece of music, and he'll be totally set on that. But in the process of doing that, he'll try to find a way to keep it very fun for us and enjoyable.
So we will be working on a piece, and he will be really strictly, pushing us to always be at our best. Whenever we're always stressed out about a certain part or the piece in general, he'll tell us an instance in his life that pertain to something to make us all, relax a little bit, or he'll just do something hilarious that just keeps us upbeat.
We make music, but it's not terribly serious. We have lots of moments of levity. I like to use quite a bit of humor.
And the biggest thing, you can come up on the podium. The most important thing is that you have to trust your performers because they are trusting you.
Our orchestra program over the last 3 or 4 years, and he was there one period a day with one orchestra, and then it grew to 2, and then we had to figure out how are we going to do 3, and we're already engaged in conversations about how are we going to do 4.
It's a large high school, but to have that level of involvement and enthusiasm is pretty phenomenal. It's the largest orchestral program in the state of Oklahoma, and I do credit Mr. Marcus to a great degree.
One project that I think really excites our kids, every year I have a friend in, he's a professional musician named Kyle Dillingham, and he and I have played music together since we were in high school.
I had a friend, he once was a young man.
When I saw him that he could actually play and improvise and be very fluid and very free with his music, whether he was playing violin or guitar or singing or whatever he was doing, I told myself, wow, here's a super talent that I know I can have a musical relationship with for the rest of my life.
As I a successful man, I asked what is success? It is to them often and much. That's my success. I have often and much.
My regular guitar player in my band Horseshoe Road he took a gig doing sound for a pretty major international act. So I called Peter. I said, Peter, you still, literally my first question was, do you still play the guitar? He said, yeah, of course, you know. And I said, well, would you be interested at all in playing with Horseshoe Road? And he was like, it would be a real honor.
I bring Kyle in. I also play. I play guitar with the band, and so the students get to see that other side of music. It's not just sitting in our chair reading music, reading standard masterworks, but doing all kinds of alternative styles. And it culminates then with a concert. The students, just like they are members of the Philharmonic, they are the professionals, sitting as the backup orchestra for the professional band who was hired and brought in. This year, as part of the band, we toured for the U.S. State Department on an American Music Abroad tour. We went to East Asia, to Taiwan, Korea, Burma, and Eastern Russia. And just fascinating to perform for these people, many of whom don't speak English, but we're playing for them. And then we're also doing many workshops in classrooms.
It needs to be the same.
The opportunities our kids have because of Mr. Marcus, they're incredible. From outside by the bombing memorial, I had an opportunity to take a video camera and get some footage of our orchestra playing at the bombing memorial. It was just moving.
He tries to give us the most opportunities to go out and share our music. Like we'll play at Panera Bread Night, or come Christmas time we'll play for the Salvation Army outside of Walmart while people come in and donate.
It's almost an impulse now to be able to share our talent and play with someone. If there's an opportunity, we have to take it.
I think the students need to learn that if they have a gift, they should share it. And music is such an accepted gift, especially when it's done well like our students do. In our orchestra setting, we have the opportunity to travel. And many bands, orchestras, choirs travel. And when we do that, I seek very high-level performance opportunities.
They played in Carnegie Hall. I had an opportunity most recently, this past winter, to join them in Chicago for the Midwest Clinic.
One of very few orchestras nationally, or internationally even, to have that opportunity to present and to represent what is best about orchestral music.
And here our students are rising up to the level of professional, to watch these young men and women, some of them as young as 14 years old, to give them that opportunity that's outside of any other classroom. I must take advantage of that.
He doesn't have any problem challenging them to be the best musicians that they can be, the best students that they can be, and he even encourages them to be good citizens outside of our class.
And the end result is 4 beats on one even plane. We call that the focal plane.
To have a teacher like Mr. Marcus speaking truth and kindness and manners and those types of things, it really helps me be a better parent, and I know that when my child graduates from high school, they'll be a better citizen in the world that they emerge in.
He is incredible as a person, a role model, a teacher, and as a friend too.
If anybody is qualified and deserving of an honor like State Teacher of the Year, it's Mr. Peter Marcus.
I think that our society would be different if we had more Mr. Marcuses.
A lot of times I'll get transfer requests where parents are begging, how do I get my kid into North? They've got to play with Mr. Marcus. They were at Cheyenne with him. What can I do? And I have to tell them, you need to move. Out of 20 years in education, I don't think I've had an opportunity to work with a finer person and a finer educator. He's the real deal.
I see them interact with each other. I see them interact with other students that I don't know. I see them interact in our community with other adults. And their sensitivity, their ability to lead each other in a positive way and to be so energetic and to represent themselves and each other and our school so well. I definitely see Dr. Suzuki sensitivity, endurance, and discipline in these students. They have beautiful hearts, and I make sure that they know it and that we share that together.